out. How looking person now, baby. Forget looks, tell me can you roll with crooks? Or 3 hot niggas rising in the billboard books. We look at things through the big lens, big picture, big bangs. We try and make CEO ends. Them thick chicks love us, big dick style niggas. We Chris style niggas, y'all Nestle Quick style niggas. You didn't love me when my name was Sean. Now you should see how bitches act when Benjamins come on. But I ain't hating them, you gotta love the way females play. Quick to use a negligee to get a getaway. 5 stars where the willies stay, and she pay for nothing. But that's what your herbs get for frontin'. I spend wild chips getting drunk up in the China club while you up at skate key with the minor.
I know she with it, I bet a brick I can hit it. Black tire fair, I got a fresh pair of British. Iceberg shirt with ice along with it. Turquoise, 911 Porsche and it's tinted. But honey got a lot of jazz, you got a Philly, you got a bag. Then she went inside a Prada bag. Blue too when she said I was choice. Like my voice, my thug style made a cat moist. That's the realest shit I heard, that's my word. Regardless who she fucked, I'm the nigga she deserved. I put her on the holding birds, rockin' furs. Different ways to speak without using words. And even though she proper, I still gotta drop her. She don't like her, had a dream that he shot her. I can't buy you a Scotter, you get nada. I'ma bounce with a chick that look a little bit hotter.
If you really dig me and you think I'm jiggy, come on shorty, let me know. Let me know, girl. We can get together, we can do whatever, but you can't get no dough. Yo, they was never mine for me to dump them. It's just like checkers. After they make a move, then I jump them. It's like this, girlfriend, I'ma keep it real. Every nigga with a deal ain't able to peel. I'm a bad boy, so I'm caked up with whips. But guess what? I got more nuts than chips, and they gon' melt right in your mouth, not in your hand. You know that you ain't my girl and I'm not your man. But do you still wanna lick me? Or is it cause I'm a 6-figgy nigga and I know Biggie? And I don't mess with no fat ladies. But if you pay like you weigh, then you can stay, baby. PJ slide to the mo like that. With this honey named Trav, cause she blow like that. And when we finish, don't look at me like I owe nothing. Cause if you really dig me, let me know something. If you really dig me and you think I'm jiggy, come on shorty, let me know. Let me know, girl. We can get together, we can do whatever, but you can't get no dough.
Pissy drunk, laid out in the VIP. Can't talk about a 3-on-3. Heard a freak ass chic, big Luch, won't you pee on me? And a friend is telling Jay I hold the key on me. And I'm laughing to myself, I got a key on me. And they friend in my ear, like lean on me. Told to get some beer, backs and cream on me.
Yeah, chic, holler to these mommies, Ben I keep. Gas them up easily and take them home with me. Who respect this? Can't keep her hands off my necklace. If it's good next week, I put her on the guest list.
This goes out to all y'all. It's too many names to call, but y'all know who y'all are. See me at the bar, all eyes on the R-O-L to the EX, sipping Henny and VS. 112 sex styles. Baby, maybe we can fall in the LOX files. Better believe we all scoring. Yeah, we can dance all night and do whatever all morning. Haha. If you really dig me and you think I'm jiggy, come on shorty, let me know. Let me know, girl. We can get together, we can do whatever, but you can't get no dough. If you really dig me and you think I'm jiggy, come on shorty, let me know. Let me know, girl. We can get together, we can do whatever, but
on this week's installment, when he's not writing a Hitchhiker's Guide for a Galaxy Quest, this actor is hanging around the Green Mile with 7 psychopaths, trying his best to moon Charlie's Angels. I'd need to take out more than 3 billboards to advertise the acting talent of Sam Rockwell, who's on this week's Hollywood Swingers.
That informative introduction. Every film you named, I was like, I've seen that. Means it's time for our favourite segment of the show, Hollywood Swingers, where we celebrate a Hollywood movie star who has swung into music. This week it is acting legend Sam Rockwell. Tell me about him, Paul.
Sam Rockwell, born on the 5th of November, remember, 1968. It was a Tuesday. He was
born in the 60s.
Yeah.
I thought he was much younger than that.
No.
Oh, he goes in my elder statesman column.
He was born in Daly City, California, to father Pete and mother Penny, both actors.
As seems to be common with many swingers, especially of recent ones, his upbringing was a bit of a tumultuous one. His parents divorced when he was 5, which saw him being raised by his father and grandmother in San Francisco.
Ugh.
He would, however, spend summers with his mother, and it's here that he made his acting debut of sorts, when he made a stage appearance with his mum as part of an improv comedy sketch in a New York stage.
Yeah, been there.
Been there, done
Been there,
that.
been dragged about, forced to do improv with your mum.
Now, he would be accepted into the San Francisco High School of the Arts, but he wasn't particularly fussed at that time. He was more interested in partying.
Sorry, there was a high school of the arts like Fame.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he ended up graduating high school at an alternative school that had a reputation as being a place where stoners could easily graduate.
Oh, I like that. I love alternative schools. Fun.
However, in his final year of school, he did land a debut role in a controversial slasher film called Clown House, where, you guessed it, the baddies were clowns. We've spoken a lot about clowns today. 1990, he played Head Thug in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. If you remember the guy who holds up the cigarettes and goes, regular or menthol. That's Sam Rockwell.
Is that the one where Master Shredder, Splinter's their friend?
Yep.
Shredder's the baddie. Shredder's got a bunch of teenage boys and has a cool
He's
hangout where he
he's
lures them in.
He's the head teenage boy.
That's really creepy. That's mad. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. He also had small screen spots in TV shows like The Equalizer.
Yes.
NYPD
He
Blue.
was, I remember that.
And Law and Order.
I know, I remember that as well.
That wasn't enough to pay the bills, though, and Rockwell had to work a litany of jobs, including being a busboy. He delivered burritos on a bicycle, and he even tailed clients as a private detective's assistant.
Dream job.
Yeah.
I can't drive. That's the big thing that's holding me back from that.
The young Rockwell auditioned for the 1994 debut of a show called ER. He went for the part that went to Noah Wiley.
Well, who won that competition in the
Where
end?
he turned up, Rockwell that is, in a white lab coat that he'd found somewhere, and he was holding a hypodermic needle. Needless to say, he didn't get the part, and he said they looked at him as if he was an absolute weirdo. However, a popular Miller beer advert, other beers are available, that he made the same year, finally let Rockwell give up the day job and concentrate on acting full time.
So he did a good advert that got him attention.
Pretty much.
Good.
However, it wasn't until 1996 and a small independent film called Box of Moonlight, which he starred in opposite John Turturro, that he finally gained some recognition, and he was catapulted onto the radar of the casting agents of the independent film world. The 90s was very exciting when it came to independent films.
It was mad exciting, and there's so many great books about it, about like Rebels in the Backlot and stuff, about that kind of era of people just making films. I guess it was the first time that filmmaking became accessible to other people. You didn't have to buy reels of film.
Yeah, it was very much.
So there was opportunity.
You could also go and make a film for $1 million that would make 100.
Yeah.
You know, it was like that was the thing. Now he did hope to make his mark on a bigger stage after he was cast in the 1997 Ridley Scott film G.I. Jane. That was the one that starred Demi Moore. But he was fired from
Keep
the film.
that woman's name out of your mouth. That's what started the fight.
No,
Wasn't
that
it?
wasn't. That was
Yes,
Jada Pinkett's.
Yes, but he said, "Oh, Jada's gone for a job in G.I. Jane."
Yeah. But Rockwell was fired from the movie after he refused to do the scuba diving training at the boot camp, essentially because he didn't fancy jumping into sub-freezing temperatures.
Stick to your guns.
After a few years working steadily in a host of smaller films that you've probably never seen, he got his biggest roles to date in 1999. He starred as the heinous prisoner Wild Bill in 1999's The Green Mile. He's odious in that in the best possible way.
He plays villains so well
Yes.
and so memorably. And I think he's amazing at it, and he has a specifically icky face. That he's a handsome man, but he can pull an expression that changes his whole face into something terrifying.
Yeah. And then the same year,
Yes.
he played the part of Guy Fleegman in the comedy Galaxy Quest,
Which is
our
one
favourite.
of the greatest roles. He plays the red shirt.
Yeah.
He plays it's a Star Trek parody with Tim the Toolman Taylor Allen, and it is one of the greatest, I think, parody homages of Star Trek ever made. And his role in it as Glenn, who got killed off in one episode and now just does the conventions and hosts the Q&As about Galaxy Quest and somehow gets scooped up in their adventure, is magnificent. And how exciting must that have been for him with like Tony Shalhoub and who was the lady
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. And to get to play with them and be the funny guy and get to be the comic relief in that situation. Oh,
2000, he played the baddie in the film remake of Charlie's Angels.
loved it. Everybody hated it.
Which is where we first see the dancing.
Yes.
That seems to be... It's become basically a big part of his repertoire. The guy can dance.
And he can dance with the abandon of someone who doesn't care what other people think.
100%. And then he finally got his first big leading role in the George Clooney directed Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. In that film, he played the real-life game show host Chuck Barris, who is the guy who created the dating game, and he hosted the Gong Show in America. And then years later, he wrote an autobiography, and in it he claimed that he was an assassin for the CIA.
Great. Love when people pretend they're assassins for the CIA. When
Never
we all
confirmed.
know that if the CIA had assassins, they're probably Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, it's not the Cilla Black of America.
Surprise, surprise!
You would never suspect Cilla as
You
well.
would never suspect if we dug up documents that MI5 Cilla Black.
Bullet's gonna hit you between the eyes.
If we found documentation that Cilla Black had been an MI5 spy with a license to kill, I wouldn't be surprised because I'd be like, that makes sense.
Hung about with all the counterculture people.
And about it, but was never quite part of it.
No.
Seen that time where she sat at a reserve table at a Beefeaters and wouldn't move? That's the staunch stoicism of a CIA operative.
You don't get that if you're not a patriot. He finally got his part in a Ridley Scott film with 2003's Matchstick Men opposite Nicolas Cage. And then he beat out a host of real big name actors to star as Zaphod Beeblebrox in the film adaptation of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Boo! Terrible adaptation. The worst. Ruined a beloved book.
It was
Boo.
met with very middling reviews.
It should have
and
been met
lukewarm
with
reception.
rotten tomatoes being flung at it.
After that, though, it seems like Rockwell just cemented his place as one of the best supporting actors in Hollywood.
So good.
You would see him in the likes of The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. He was in Frost Nixon.
Oh, he was good in that.
But he would occasionally still take the lead in smaller films, like 2008's Choke, which is great, very adult film, but it's good, it's very funny. And the 2009 British sci-fi film Moon, which was directed by
David Bowie's son.
That has subsequently went on to basically mega cult status and is
Yeah.
perhaps seen as one of the best true sci-fi films
Yes,
of
it's
the last few decades.
got a lot of you can see Kubrick's DNA in it.
Yeah, very much so. He took some of that Hollywood movie money. He starred as the baddie Justin Hammer in Marvel's Iron Man 2.
Never seen it.
As well as taking a supporting role in the 2011 flop Cowboys and Aliens.
Loved it.
Alongside Daniel Craig
Absolutely
and Harrison Ford.
adored it. I hate that other people didn't love this film.
2012, he starred in Seven Psychopaths for
Loved
director
it.
Martin McDonagh.
Loved it. You love Martin
I do.
McDonagh.
He also did In Bruges,
Yes.
as well as starring in a 2015 remake of Poltergeist that didn't do much to either put the frighteners up people nor get them to go to the cinema.
I'm sorry, they remade Poltergeist and
They
I had
did.
no idea. So
No.
was he Craig
Craig T. Nelson's
part?
character, I think so.
There he is.
But it was re-teaming with Martin McDonagh on 2017's Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Phenomenal film.
Where he played a racist local cop that saw Rockwell, after over 25 years in the business, win a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
He's won a gob.
Yeah.
That's what I call that. When you win your BAFTA, your Oscar, and your Golden Globe, you win a gob.
In the last few years,
Yes.
you might have seen him in supporting roles in the likes of Vice, where he played George W. Bush alongside Christine Bale.
It was good.
He was in Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit.
Phenomenal.
He was in Clint Eastwood's Richard Jewell.
Yes.
That was the one about the Boston Marathon bomber. And you might even seen his most recent cinematic appearance was the lead role in last year's comedy mystery film, See How They Run. That was the one kind of set in the theatre world.
Oh no, I liked a film he did with Anna Kendrick that was a rom-com where he was a hitman and she fell in love with him and he was adorable and he danced in it and it was a great
He
film.
dances and everything. He's great.
But that was, I don't know what it was called, but it was very cute and it was Sam Rockwell at his like adorable role.
I imagine there's probably a lot of listeners that don't know him or won't recognise him, but you would see him and then you went, oh, it's that guy.
Oh, it's
he was
that
in
guy.
that film, and he's great and he's fantastic. He might not be among the big A-list stars, but he is absolutely lauded by his peers and lovers of film alike.
Yes.
Now, to tonight's song, where we'll find out if Rockwell's singing is as respected as his acting ability, starring in the 2020 animated sequel Trolls World Tour.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Rockwell gives his all as a yodeling troll, but I truly hope that his attempt to cover a Patsy Cline classic won't see him say, I fall to pieces.
Each time I see you again, I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed. You want me to forget, pretend we've never met. And I've tried, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I come to pieces. And I've tried, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I fall to pieces. I'm just your friend.
That was Sam Rockwell, our Hollywood swinger, with I Fall to Pieces. Here in the Ashley Storrie Show, we rank our Hollywood swingers on a scale of 1 to 100 Kenny Rogers roasters, with Kenny Roger being the original and the best Hollywood swinger. 1 being the worst, 100 being the best. Paul, what's the score that you give to Sam Rockwell?
I'm going to take it in the context of the film. I've had to watch this movie. I very much appreciate when they go out of their way to do songs in these films that you like. That's a real song.
Yeah.
And then you can
Because they can afford it.
conceivably listen to Patsy Cline with my daughter and she'll go, that's a good song.
Oh.
So I'm going to give that a 70.
Oh, that's a good score. I enjoyed it. I think it was like, I think it was fine. It was inoffensive. He was sang it good. I think I'm going to go with you. I think I'm going to match your 70 and give him 70. I think that's a good score.
Mm-hmm.
I
wouldn't say it was more than that.
It's not a King of the Swinger. It's no Ryan Gosling with Put Me in the Car.
It's not that. That's never a King of the Swinger.
Oh,
anyway.
100%. It was number 2. It was almost King of the Swingers. I remember Martin and Orkney, you've got your spreadsheet. Quickly get it out and tell us where Ryan Gosling placed at the end of King of the Swingers. And I think this is a great thing because Hollywood Swingers has actually been in discourse now this week because the Barbie film has come out. Ryan Gosling sings in it. People are like, I didn't know Ryan Gosling could sing. And other people, me, are reminding folk, we knew he could sing. Because
I mean, he was one of the very early ones. We need to have if someone comes out with something new, do we have to have flashbacks?
So maybe we could
We have to have a repeat.
a wee bit of a wee Gosling resurgence since he has got the song in the new Barbie movie. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Huzzah. Get in touch via text.
Is that cheating?
No, it's not cheating.
I don't think if you watch Oppenheimer, I don't think I'll get Cillian Murphy doing his.
What, does he have a song?
Yeah.
No, you're winding me up. Get in touch via text 8029. I thought about the question.
Of Blondie's Atomic.
Get in touch via text 80295 and let us know what you think of that performance Sam Rockwell just delivered as our Hollywood swinger. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did it rock your world? 1 to 100 Kenny Rogers Roasters. You can also email us. What's the email, Paul?
Ashley Story Show at bbc.co.uk.
Or you can WhatsApp us. What's the WhatsApp, Paul?
0805 92 95 00.
Such a stupid number. Right, let's have
We're going to have to find... We're going to have to make a sting for this. I know we keep saying it, but...
Knock, knock.
If somebody out there wants to make a sting for the show, you'll have absolutely no monetary compensation.
I don't think we're allowed
There's
to
no expectation
foster
for
work
us to
out
make
the
it. We're
listeners.
not fostering it out if you decide off the off your own back to do it.
Knock, knock.
I'm not even guaranteeing a play.
Paul.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yoda lady.
You're the lady who?
Stop yodeling.
Here's a song.
Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete? My homeroom angel always pulled me from my seat. She was pure like snowflakes, no one could ever stain. The
That was the J. Gellis band with Centerfold.
G. Giles band.
I could see an eye, I couldn't see where it was placed. With Centerfold. You don't get Centerfolds anymore, so a fun jump back. You don't you know? In your newspaper. You get
Never got them in a newspaper anyway, Ashley.
Did you know?
No.
Am I thinking of page 3?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not the centre categorically unless it's a 6-page
Exactly.
newspaper.
Well, even then. It would have to be pages.
No, because the centrefold's
3
where
and
you
4.
get your puzzles, isn't it? That's where you usually find like your Sudoku and your crosswords. Think about it. It's your that's in the centre because usually you can pull it out as a little separate supplemental. It is.
I'm just trying to work out what pages would be the centre of a 6-page paper.
Okay. Jane Jones says, hi again. And in The Swinger, it wasn't grim by any means, but neither was it particularly good. I don't think he quite understands the basic principles of singing. Oh, cutting there from Jane Jones. I'm afraid I can't give that more than 55 Kenny Rogers roasters. Never heard of Sam Rockwell in inverted commas like we made up his name and he's a made up person. And I'm not too upset about that regards. Jane Jones, I think you would like Sam Rockwell.
I'm going to now test that theory one time and I'm going to make up a full just a fake actor with a fake song and see if it ever passed.
I think we'd have to give it a bit of time. Now that
Because
you've
now I've
said
admitted it,
now
yeah.
you've said it out loud, and Jane Jones is going to be wise to it. We've got a wee message here. It says, hi Ashley and Paul, I'd give Sam about 65 Kenny Rogers roasters. I'm doing my ironing and I found myself actually dancing on the spot to it and forgot it was a celebrity swinger. I'd also give Ashley 95 points for impressive knowledge of the films and TV programmes of Sam's career, and that's David from Scotstoun.
It's very rare that Ashley
Knows
actually has
anything.
seen a lot of their movies, and you have.
I have. I like Sam Rockwell, what can I say? Right, am I going on to the news now?
Absolutely.
It's coming up for 12 o'clock. There will be the midnight news. But before then, here's the Talking Heads with Once in a Lifetime.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, and you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself,